Hey friends, I'm Sky, and today I'm going to try to attempt to make bit music or retro gaming music or whatever, just video game chip tunes. I'm going to try to make it. I've never done that. Now, if you've really followed me or like you're a close friend or family, you know that I've actually started YouTube because I was making electronic music. It didn't really go anywhere, though I did get a song on a documentary, so that's cool. But basically, it didn't go anywhere, and I mean, it was fun, but I am slightly educated in music. So I know a little bit of tools, and I do know how to make electronic music, kinda. So I think I might be able to do something along those lines. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to start a series called Maker Monday. So hi guys, it's the first Maker Monday. It's going to be fun. It's probably going to be awkward and shitty looking back on it, but we're part of something big here, guys. I believe it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make something every Monday. I want to actually make something, you know, something in like the real life. Yeah, I know it's called Skylink Games, and of course it's going to be gaming related, either like a cosplay piece or a video game or, you know, something like that. So yeah, this month I'm trying to make a video game, and I think today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a song for said video game. And next week, I don't know, maybe I'll do some pixel art for it and stuff like that. But basically, I want to do this because it'll be fun. I just want to do it for fun, not for seriousness, guys, not for serial, but just for fun. And hopefully you guys are going to have fun with it too. But specifically, I want to do a sort of like retro video game because I don't know if you guys have seen the channel or the banner up above. Yeah, I kind of really do like retro games, pixel art. I really appreciate it. And so I want to appreciate it more. I want to become a part of the community. I want to actually delve in so that I can, well, whenever I'm playing these games, yeah, have a little bit more fun. And in doing so and learning how to have more fun, hopefully I do have fun. Hopefully we all have fun. And it's all going to be childish and cute and silly. So don't take it too seriously, but we got to start kind of digging in here. We got to get a little bit adult, got to put on our adult britches on and actually try to make something, I guess. I don't know, I'm kind of a man-child, so I don't know, maybe that works. Maybe it does take a man-child to make a good video game, and hopefully a good chiptune, because we need to do that. But I honestly don't really know chiptunes. I think the most notorious example has got to be Mega Man. Well, notorious is probably the wrong word. Mega Man's just legendary. It's absolutely mythical. Legendary as in like the sense that Mega Man is really good. Okay, the soundtrack for pretty much all the Mega Mans have been extraordinary. I don't know about award-winning, but absolutely extraordinary. So I think I need to do some research, you know, kind of analyze some of the Mega Man songs, especially the ones that are really popular, see what makes them good, and do a little bit of research further than that, because all I know is about Mega Man. What about other bands that I'm sure there's bands, electronic groups, and people that actually make their own original songs that are like chiptuney or kind of retro inspired. So let's do a little bit of research, and I'll definitely show them off here. And once we do that, then we'll probably have to start learning what program to use and how to actually go about making it. Yo, I just found out that there's a game that just released January 8th, 2016. It's only $10. It's a game called Chiptune Champion, and you guessed it. It's actually like Rock Band / Guitar Hero. You play with your keyboard, it's on a PC, and it's chiptune songs. How awesome is that? The game looks all like colorful and pixely and silly, but chiptune, dude. It's a chiptune music game. I think we gotta check it out. I'm probably gonna buy it and check it out and do a video on it, but if you guys want to beat me to the punch and let me know how it is, please do. Anyways, time to get back on with making the song. So here we are doing some research. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked because I see, as I am looking for songs, like specifically Mega Man, I see people with like their crazy, ridiculous covers or their interpretations on the song. And there's this one guy, look at this guy. He does a cappella, specifically of the Dr. Wily stage. He freaking sings the song, the chiptune song a cappella. And it's actually really good, super high quality. And then next, I remembered that Zelda was a big part of my childhood, so I wanted to go listen to some Zelda music, and it turns out Zelda's freaking super popular with orchestras. And here's a video here, and also all the videos that I'm finding in the links in the description, so you can go and check them out and maybe subscribe. And then, oh my gosh, there was a gem. Basically, it was the Dark Souls of the SNES days, and this game was called Ghosts and Ghouls, and it was so hard, it was so difficult. So I really did like the music, so I wanted to go check out the music again, and I found a dude freaking rocking out. He did a guitar cover of the Ghosts and Ghouls first level. Oh my gosh, so awesome to see such enthusiasm from the community of people who love video games. You don't need to be a gamer to love video games. It is so cool. You could be a musician, you could be a part of an orchestra, or you could be a singer. It's just awesome. Everybody loves video games, just like me. But anyway, so doing my research, I'm glad I stumbled across those, and well, moving on. So guys, I wanted to include some bands that utilize chiptunes, and there's actually a lot of them, especially electronic artists, but I have to put the spotlight on a single band from New York called Anamaguchi. I think I pronounced that right. Anamanaguchi, whatever. Anyways, so these guys actually use chiptunes and normal instruments like you would imagine from a rock band, but they really do focus on that sort of arcade culture, that hip, our generation culture, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's really good. They're really popular too. A lot of these bands aren't that popular, let's admit it. They're kind of, maybe a lot of people think it's a fad or whatnot, but let me try to say that again. Anamanaguchi really are trying to show that it's not a fad or anything. It's a part of their blood. It's part of their DNA. Games, arcades, the retroness, the pixeliness, the bittiness. It's a part of us now. It's an art style, and they're showing it with their music, and they're the most popular that are doing it, and overall the ones that I'm seeing right now that seem to be just overall the best performers. So go check those guys out. But if you know any acts, bands, or people that make bit music and you really like them, please let me know in the comments below. Right, on our way to making a chiptune song, we should pick what software we're going to use, and I wanted to use FL Studio. It's one that I'm very comfortable with. A lot of you maybe were thinking of using GarageBand, Ableton Live, etc., maybe even FL Studio, but it's actually really complicated chiptunes, it seems, so I was thinking maybe we should figure or use something that anybody can use. That way I can interact with you guys. So I guess, there's lots of programs on the internet, right, to make music. Some of them can even be considered games. So I typed in Chiptune Maker into Google, and I found a couple that actually seem really interesting. So number one that comes up is one called Pulse Boy. Now, technically it's in beta, but it looks freaking awesome. Definitely reminiscent of the 90s. But what's so good about this one is that you can make a full-on song. It's not just a simple loop. It's not a small sequence at all. And there's a lot of customization with the sounds that you can put into this. Plus, you can use your keyboard as an input for the actual sounds. It's just something that is really nice, and it's browser-based. So, yeah, super duper cool there. Now, one that's really simple and incredibly easy to share is the one right below it on the Google search, and that's Beatbox. Beatbox is it's pretty freaking good, really easy to use, and it's really visual. Plus, you can share just the URL. That's right, the song is saved to the URL. Of course, you can download the WAV file, or you can just share the URL, which, yeah, I think that's freaking awesome. You can tweet it out, and you can actually see other people's songs in the tweets down below in the, not in the description, no, on the Beatbox page. When you actually go there, you can do that. But as far as like listening to other chiptune songs, there's actually chiptune.com. It's got a huge library of songs you can listen to. But if you want to go and download some VSTs or some plugins to use in FL Studio, Ableton, or whatever editing software that you want to use, you can actually go to Willis Chip Music. It's got a huge like a library of all these VSTs that you can download and use, which is pretty cool. But me, I'm not going to go that route because apparently during my research, it turns out that chiptunes is actually it's a lot more complicated than just rendering a song in 8 bits. Alright guys, so it's kind of late now. Well, I thought I was going to be able to do this really quickly. I'm going to be honest now. I thought I would just be able to jump into FL Studio, software I'm completely comfortable with, use some basic synthesizer. I was going to use the 3 oscillator. This is the default plugin for FL Studio, even in the free edition. And I thought I was going to just jump in, use a basic synthesizer, and then just export it in like a degraded quality, like 8-bit quality. However, that didn't really work out, and that's not exactly how you make chiptune music whatsoever. Even though it's technically 8-bit music, that's not what gives it the quality of chiptune music, especially nowadays that we've sort of, I guess, exemplified the ideas of what was necessary back in the day. How do I make this obvious? Okay, so back in the day, we had a certain limitation on, technology. And so instead of being able to play any instrument at any quality or even any notes, there were certain tricks that developers had to use because there just wasn't enough memory, there wasn't enough power to export, to throw the music out at you. Okay, so for instance, on the Commodore 64, you couldn't actually play chords. You couldn't play full-on chords. So the programmers had to kind of make pseudo chords, as in instead of having 3 notes at the same time, it would be 1 note, and then another note, and then another note, but very quickly. So it'd be like chord, 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 like that, instead of just, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you visuals. It's kind of complicated, but that's just one aspect of chiptunes, but there's so much more. And now that we have the technology that we can just play chords, It doesn't. No. You can't do that. That doesn't work. In chiptunes, there's like so much math with the synthesizers, and you have to use certain synthesizers. Like you have to use like certain square waves, and then I don't know, man. There's so much crazy stuff that I'm still getting into, and I'm pretty interested. Like I just had like a whole world blown up in front of me. Like I really thought chiptunes were just basic synthesizers exported with lower quality, but it's not that at all. There's so many different like rules to this genre. It's just amazing. It's like different genres like jazz, rock, death metal. Like there's certain notes you play, there's certain instruments you play. There's like rules to the genre, right? Well, chiptune's no different. It's not just low quality. Just like pixel art isn't just low quality art. It's not at all. It's a totally unique thing that is now being expanded upon now that we do have the technology that we can actually like emphasize certain aspects to it. And right now there's like a lot of really cool, interesting music that I'm hearing. Actually, I've been playing Eben Ob, and it kind of has like this sort of like chiptuney feel. Even though it's not technically chiptune, it's obviously inspired by chiptunes. And then there's a lot of bands actually. I was looking at a Reddit post that just had like this huge list of bands and websites that you can go and listen to chiptunes. Like they make their own unique chiptunes, and some of them kind of expand on it. It's not just chiptunes. It'll be like chiptunes is the forefront, but then they also have like a little bit of dubstep added in. It's just blowing my mind that there is like this whole community. There's a whole freaking world out there that I was not prepared for. So I was gonna come in here thinking I was gonna just blow the pants out of everybody, and I don't know, just out of the water. But no, that's not the case at all. And I'm glad of that. I'm really glad that it's like that. Pretty exciting. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to resort to one of the websites here. I'm probably going to check out, let's see, probably going to do Beatbox. So this one's actually really interesting. I'm going to use Beatbox to make the song because it's free, and you guys can also use it so you can compare and contrast your music, but also you can literally just share the music, because whenever you save the songs, you can also save it as a WAV file, which is awesome, but you can also just share it via URL. So if you make a song using this, you can just, go ahead, share it in the comments below, and people can click on it and listen to your chiptune music. It's not going to be as glorious and crazy as if you're a professional using a program like FL Studio, but I think for our what we're doing here today, I think it's just fine. So let's go ahead, let's use Beatbox, and I guess I'll download the wave and I'll use it for my pixel art thing, and then we'll make a game out of it. And so, for the pixel art one, I guess I'll be fair, and I'll go ahead and use a free pixel art editor, so then you guys can do the same, compare and contrast. But anyways, so here's the song I made, inspired kind of Metroid-y, and so, it's gonna be dark and gloomy, just kind of, deal with it. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. You saw some covers that I picked up along the way on this journey. You got some more information, hopefully, and also you got to hear some cool music and maybe be inspired to make your own. So thanks again for watching. I'm Skyline, and I'll see you again Monday.